In this episode of Gott's Garage, I headed out to a small town racetrack with some of the best views you could ask for. This is Little River Dragway. You're watching Gott's Garage. If you're not already, hit that subscriber button for more cool race content.
Water burnout for all classes. You cross, you lose. You jump, you lose. Starter calls a cross or jump. Finish line calls the race. Stay out of the way of Shelby's tire crack camera. Shelby will get irate. She'll yell at me, she'll yell at you, she'll yell at everybody. It's unpleasant.
Lots of good people came out to race. We decided to talk to them, but you can skip to 10:45 to get straight to racing. Hey, dude. What part of the day are y'all gonna send it today?
As soon as we get up there. As long as it'll go up on the brake. Yeah.
How far did y'all come?
About 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
I was literally considering cranking the Nova for the first time today.
Yeah.
For the very first time today. And I saw y'all were going to come out here, and I was like, you know what? I've been at it for like 6 days straight. It's going to be super cold. I don't want to crank it for the first time when it's cold. I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll go fucking watch some racing and...
We've been busting ass all week.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
What are y'all like right now? Are y'all... You were talking about if it goes up on the brake. What's going on?
I haven't even... I've had fuel pressure issues. I've rebuilt both my fuel pumps. Still fighting to swap it over to a 5-bar mad so I can turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I might have to filter. Bro, I want to have a tender love like you guys, bro.
It's a tender love that sometimes involves a knife. Remember how I said I hope it goes on the trans brake?
It didn't go?
Nope. I may have just thrown $300 away and drove all this time for nothing.
What do you think's going on?
Everything looks fine in the data log. I'm checking plugs now because I put new set of plugs in it.
I got you.
I've been fighting this thing all week. This is the part of racing nobody sees.
The part where you do the same thing 5 different times to try to get it to do one thing that it's supposed to do in the first place. Yeah.
Or where you fix one thing and then other things come out. I have perfect fuel pressure now. You get stop missing that.
I think the moments that like people don't see that I feel like are super important are where you've done something 5 times that day, you've had 5 different problems, 5 things go wrong, and you're trying to get this thing, finally you got it, you think you got it right, and you're trying to get it on, and then like one of the bolts drops into a weird place.
Yep.
That moment right there is like when I'm like,
that's when I want to throw stuff.
yeah, I want to throw stuff and put holes in stuff. But somehow, some way, you figure out a way to get this thing.
I'm going to try. Nothing obvious is pointing out to me.
Do you think it could be something with the wastegate right now? Like one of the valves inside of it got bent?
Like it's got a misfire to it. Once it comes off the ice, it's not one to boost. I don't know why.
Dude, it looks like you have like 2-pound springs on this thing. like they're 2 pounds.
They're actually a little light for what it is, but
Oh, I know.
if I put anything heavier on it, the front end's just going to come out even more aggressive. So
I mean, when this thing takes off, it's like it looks like 2 different, totally different cars. Honestly,
it goes from a squatted truck to a lower truck real quick.
for real, dude. If you like, I don't know if it's secret. Tell me if it's secret or not. But if you had to say how many inches of travel up front it had, how many inches do you think it's got?
It's right at 12 inches of travel from right behind.
It was hard, but after I grasped the fact that Beasley was talking about foot, not inches of travel, I went and talked to another guy who's been on a tear lately. and you've probably heard of them by now. What is your mindset at this race right now, man? Like, do you feel like you're kind of on top of it, or do you feel like this is going to be a little bit of a different surface?
And I'm not so worried about the surface. We had a lot of struggles with the car. We put a new converter in that we thought was once too tight, and so I changed it back. I changed to the other converter, and then I realized my turbo was bad. So there wasn't anything wrong with the converter. I just put in.
It was just the turbos?
For no reason. That was yesterday, and so then I had to put one of the old turbos on there. The old transmission's back in it, and I think I screwed something up because the reverse isn't working right. So you're going to see I'm going to be getting pushed backwards. Trans-brake
no
works,
reverse
but
today.
Reverse is weird, yeah. So.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm
if
just
you
gonna try
need,
to go A to B and go forward. It goes forward just fine.
okay.
So we're gonna we're just gonna race the road and just try to go A to B, clean passes, and try to keep it safe. So it's not wheeling.
Well, you know, like you just told me this is a street car, but if somebody's out there pushing this thing backwards, I might be one of the guys screaming, "Top fuel! Top fuel!"
Well, so it works, but it's like I have to rev it up like something's binding in first gear.
Huh.
And I think, because I've been running for like 2 years, and apparently I was supposed to be adjusting the band, and I haven't been.
Oh.
So something happened. I don't know. But we made one test pass last night, and first gear worked, second gear worked. So
Is the trans brake still working? Coming up on
Trans-brake
boost?
still works, yeah. And we got a 100 shot on it, so it's going to be pretty violent.
So
And that was fun, yeah.
that's the other thing that just kind of like blows my mind is like there's some of you guys out there that just turbos aren't enough, nitrous isn't enough. You got to have both. You're just a little bit greedy.
Yeah.
It's like I got to have both.
Well, man, it came from like racing with some of those arm drop races, and like they try to screw you.
Yeah.
If it takes you time to build boost, and so like now it's like you got to be like if you want to be versatile and race with everybody, like
You got to be
those
able to build
flaggers are
it
gonna try
quick.
to screw you. You know, you have to be ready instantly. I mean, that's what I've learned.
I see people use different strategies to do that. You know, like I see people use dump valves. I see people use timing. I see people use nitrous.
All of it.
You're doing all
All of it. I got dump valve, nitrous, pulling timing, 3-step. It's all there.
So let me ask you, when you were building this car, it's kind of like I'm sure that you didn't just build this car and have all of that on it the first go around, right?
No.
When you were adding these things like the 3-step, like the nitrous, what do you think made the biggest difference out of those?
Oh, as far as like spooling? Nitrous,
Spooling it up.
100%.
Nitrous did?
Dude, like, the only reason I have dump valves is because they were I already did
Already
that.
on there.
If I do the next, I'm about to do another build. I'm not putting dump valves on. The
Okay.
nitrous is like 10 times better. Like it's insane.
Now, I don't know if this is a secret. I can blur this out if I got to, but I think I heard a little bit about that new build you're talking about. Are you going to be building an El Camino?
I haven't bought it yet,
Haven't
so
bought it yet.
I don't know. The plan is we're real tight on money, and so we're gonna see how this race goes.
Yeah.
And if we can win or win some money, I think we're gonna I'll probably leave the car here and take the trailer and go get the El Camino.
Really?
That's the plan.
You say you're having a little issues with the front, and you're saying you tightened it up a little bit. People do different things. They tighten it up. They'll put weight on it. That's the two things I see a lot, right? Tightening it up, putting weight on it, control if it's wheeling.
Yeah.
But something that you do that not a lot of people really do is you go full-blown NASCAR like aerodynamics on this thing.
I mean,
How many renditions of the aerodynamics for the Kraken has there been?
just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. I don't know.
Do you think you were going to get to 5 when you started? Because you started that with just.
I want to do about 15, but I just time. There's other ideas I have, but with no front spoiler, it was a really big problem. Then I put a stock one on, and then we extended that. And then we did 3 different versions of the rear. We had it going straight up, and then we had it shorter, then we had it longer, and we were measuring the squish on the back tires.
And so you're obviously we're now millionaires out here. We can't afford dime to put it in a wind tunnel. I'm
No.
guessing you're just using like draggy information and your data logs to kind of.
We have some, like we got with Low Dollar, and I have shock sensors on the rear.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll take like the exact same tune-up, and then I'll put the spoiler on, and I do the same exact hit, and then it measures how
much
it's squishing
and
the
how
shock.
quickly and.
So like that adds to like 1.25 inches of compression.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was I'm setting up my Terminator right now. I've only got 4 inputs and 4 outputs. And I was like, what do I want my last 2 to be? And one of the
You
ones
can get an input expander.
I've seen that IO expander. Is it better for me to go with that or just get a Dominator though?
Just get a fuel tank.
That's what everybody tells me.
After chatting with Steve, it was time for the first round, and what do you know? He was up first. After first round, I went to catch up with the guys and see what they thought.
Well, I mean, that's something. I mean, I was talking to Beasley over there. You saw what happened with him, I imagine,
Is
right?
trans brake
Yeah.
cold or what did it?
Bump. He hit the bump and it just, we don't know what happened.
No, I didn't.
So, what did you think, man? You went out there, you made a pretty clean pass, it looked like to me, but you were inside the car.
I was nervous, like leading up to it, just because I didn't know what the transmission was doing. When I put it in first gear to go, like usually it takes off when you put it in first gear. It's like it's binding up, and so.
Were you hearing something? Were you feeling something?
It feels like it's binding up, and so. But I just went down there.
Okay,
Yeah.
left lane, third pair against Lewis. Don't matter. He's gonna be in the behind.
So I might add. I'm either going to take weight off the back or add weight to the front,
Okay.
or limit the front, or something like that.
If you
Or
do,
let it wheelie.
I'm not gonna say like
Because it
you,
wheelies the whole way.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not-
just like a little bit.
I'm not gonna say you should let it wheelie. I'm just gonna say it would be badass if you did make it wheelie.
The last time I was out here, there's photos of it wheeling to the finish line.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They were
hoping
like
for.
little wheelies.
So it came up on this.
Did. Then the
It
bump
just-
screwed me. Yeah. So I just tested it. I'm not using the fucking bump again. Not until I know it's good.
Yeah.
Leave out.
Whenever I hit the bump, I tapped it one time and then it's like it just kept on going.
What's the PWM at right now? Did it get maybe knocked off? If the PWM got knocked
I'm
off,
gonna
it
look at it
could.
again in the tune-up just to make sure, but hell, I haven't changed that.
Get this picture of the truck.
Oh yeah. I mean, it at least looks good in the picture. It felt like it picked the wheels up out of the burnout.
It did. It did. I got video of it on the drone, and I got a video on the side. You did a wheelie in the burnout.
Everybody went, whoa.
You did a wheelie in the burnout.
High out of the burnout. That's all the way tight.
Yeah, that's all the
This
way
is the first time it's been on a okay surface.
It's-
I need to hook up a little bit of wheelie control on mine, just so I can have some kind of control.
So when you talk about wheelie control, are you just gonna have like something hooked up with the shock sensor and the drive shaft?
I've got a Terminator, so I'm really limited on inputs and output. I
Same.
only really have one input left, so I think I'm going to do a ride height sensor on the front. That way, just as it's coming up, depending on how fast it's coming up, I can have an algorithm in there to pull timing or pull some boost out of it.
Do you already have a rear ride height sensor? So if you had to choose, same. And I got a 3-speed, so we out there getting busy, man.
I can just get it to not bump forward. It'll be fast.
Were y'all here last week? No,
First time we've been here.
So was the last race y'all were at the helipad race? Okay, so this is definitely different than the helipad race that we were at, huh?
Yeah.
The surface is way
Definitely
better.
A lot more. Yeah. My problem is keeping the front end down.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to knock a little bit out of it, out of the 60 foot. Yeah, it'll probably pick up some.
Now I know y'all coming to win. So if y'all are knocking some out of the 60 footer, you gonna be putting some more up top. You gonna be trying to mile an hour out here.
If I can get it hooked, the problem with mine is if I have to pedal it, it unloads it, it gets real pissed off, and then it takes it a minute for it to plant back. So if I can knock a little 60 out of it, knock a little out of 60 foot, get it planted, keep it straight, I think it'll pick up about half a second.
Heck yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Yes, sir. No problem at all.
I'm good.
Time for the next round.
input shaft on this car to get to the next round. Gotta give it to him.
Next were the semifinals, and Bones had a pyro. Now, I don't know what happened to the video, but somehow I lost it for this race. But here's the finals coming up.
Well, once again, you're out here and you're in the finals. What's on your mind? What you thinking?
Thinking transmissions make some noise, and not only do I have to be lucky enough to beat him once, I have to beat him twice.
Oh, I forgot he hasn't went out yet.
Yeah.
Pull up. He's getting in his car. So whenever y'all are ready.
Going into the finals again. What's on your mind, man? What do you think? You know, it's funny. Your buddy over there said the same thing about his. Kid you not right now. Everybody just trying to get these transmissions to hold together. Yeah, like I said,
There's a band adjustment on the side. You're supposed to like adjust.
I'm learning this too. Learning something every time. I guess that's what makes some of these people lethal.
Like you tried to bump it, didn't move.
No, like I had to bring the RPMs up just to get the trans brake to engage. And then whenever I went to go get Bill Boost, it just went whoop, just fucking straight up.
Straight to the fucking tip. I was
Straight
like, yeah, I thought it was you
Oh.
like on some crazy
Yeah.
nitrous. I'm like, holy shit, I got
Because I heard you like you were like on the foot brake earlier or something.
Well, I had to bring it up for it to even engage. And I was like,
Did it engage and then it just
it
went to the
engaged,
tip?
and then as soon as I went to hammer it, or
Boom.
it went whoop, 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 and when I left, it just went, it just
Did it do
fucking tacked
anything?
out.
Hey,
It went a little bit, but
you guys have a decision to make.
For my first visit to Little River Dragway, I couldn't have asked for more. Thank you to Bobby and Beasley with Always Send It, and Steve for letting me hang out. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more cool racing content.